corn. Welcome to M3 Friends. It is my favorite week. It's Halloween week. And because it's Halloween week, I gave you 10 Halloween posts you could pick from for Thursday because it is this or that Thursday. Could you have a better day for Halloween? Not only is it Halloween and you get to post, it's this or that Thursday. Like, there's nothing better in this world. Cannot wait. Cannot wait for this week's post. Before we get to this week's post, though, talk to me about the candy corn post because I was near hackling, cackling, throwing up with laughter. It was so funny to see some of them. The rage in which candy corn brings forward in individuals is humbling and amusing. So what did you get from them? Come off of mute and talk to me or put it in the chat. I have a few that were my favorite, but I want to hear what you have to say first. Oh my gosh, oh my, with the baby. Come on, talk to me about this candy corn posts. Did you have some polarizing opinions?
I'll talk.
Go for it.
And no one likes candy corn in my group. Everybody, I got a bunch of people to respond though that they all hate it. It's
so
too
funny.
sweet. It's too gross. Somebody said, "Where's my chocolates?" Like, being silly.
I love it. On mine, I was shook. Like there was only 2 people who didn't like it compared to the overwhelming amount of people. I'm also a child of the 80s. I think we like it for nostalgia. Like I think it's one of those things where it's like you just eat it cuz it's there. You don't know if you like it. You just eat it and you think you like it. So I got such a giggle out of that post. I am so glad for the engagement that all of you got. So if you didn't have the takeaway that these are the people you tag so that next year you remember as a little Popeye to send a bag of candy corn to those who love it. This is your reminder to tag them as candy corn and set up a future reminder to pick up some of the individual bags and drop it off to them or mail them. You will make their day, especially Karina, right? Come on, that you remembered, right? That you remembered how much they love candy corn. Do not send them candy corn if they disliked it. Don't waste your money. It's going to go right in the trash, okay?
Don't be sending me no candy corn.
I know. Trust me. I saw yours, okay? I saw yours. I know you do not like the candy corn friend, okay? All right. So this week, I'm giving you a post based on something I put out last week. And let me tell you, if you're on my Facebook, I love and appreciate you guys so much. And if you haven't been paying attention, I've been testing posts on my page to see how they work, to see how they will rock and roll in your world. So let's get into it. Let me share my screen. Here we go. There are people who love checklists. There are people who do not like checklists. I am a checklist person. My world lives by my calendar and checklists so that this little ADH squirrel does not forget things. So, what a cool day. Tomorrow is actually National Checklist Day. So, it's a great way to find out who in your world is super organized, who is not, but best of all, this is going to be the chance for you to be able to tag in people who are professional organizers, stagers, or possibly answer questions about people who have been wanting to move, but maybe they feel that they have too much stuff, too many things in their home, and they don't know where to start or maybe how to start. So I love posts like this because it allows you to bring people into other people's communities who they may not know exist. Before coming into real estate, I didn't know there were things like this, like people who will come to your home and organize things. First of all, for my ADHD brain, it sounds like hell because I know where everything is and it's chaos. But some people, they may love that. Let it go. Here's what we do. Help some of your friends. Next, speaking of using those checklists, here's the post I put out since you know I'm moving. It's moving can be made easier with some simple tips and tricks. What are your best tips and tricks for moving? Drop them in the comments below. This is also a great time to pull in people you know who are professional movers, or even people who help people downsize, people who may do in-house estate sales, stuff like that. My favorite comments were just don't move. Some of my other favorite comments were just don't take anything, buy everything new. You have an 8-year-old who loves her toys. We're downsizing. It's just not going as fast as I wanted it to, okay? But the amount of comments, then if you're paying attention to what we do in this world, all of the tips and tricks that you get, pull them into a blog post, but reach out to the movers you know and say, hey, I would love to feature you in a blog post. Do you have collateral already about what are the best tips and tricks to move? Because then you can take things that not only your community give, but now you have a professional telling you things. You can thank your audience for their tips and tricks. Then you have a blog post to go out. And then, when you are working with buyers and sellers, you have a new drip to put them on about moving best practices. You can break that blog post up into 5 or 8 different emails. And now you've got moving tips and tricks that anyone could use. So I love this because it leads to more content. And content is what we are going for. Do you have a good tip or trick? Like, what is your best thing? What is the best thing somebody has ever said to you about moving and you were like, duh? My favorite from my post was people told me to color code my rooms with duct tape. So green duct tape is the kitchen, blue is the living room. And I was like, I love that because you can quickly visually see where the box needs to go and you ship it off. So what is your best tip or trick? You can come right off of mute. We're a smaller crowd today. Nobody's moved here? Love that.
Actually, I have a good tip.
Go for
I
it.
love, I watched some professional movers wrap TVs and furnitures with the blankets and tape. They did it like a Christmas gift.
Oh, that's
They wrapped
smart.
the TVs and used the blankets around there and basically made it so easy to move them and not worrying about banging them.
That's
It was
super
great.
smart.
I've done it myself on a couple moves, and I've showed that tip to a couple of my friends who are moving, including my son.
You know, somebody also put on my post, use your bathroom towels to pad things instead of like buying padding if you can avoid it to help cut down on costs, because I was kind of shocked at how expensive bubble stuff was. So I've been keeping like everything that comes out of an Amazon or shipping box and stuff like that. But I was like, well, that's smart. We're going to use our clothes and our bathroom towels to pack, and then all our bathroom towels will be there. I maybe need to keep out a few for the bathroom, though, so we can get cleaned up. But what a great thing. We help people get in and out of houses. We should have some moving best practices on our blog that, again, is going to give us tons of content. Reach out to your local moving companies and find out if they have it so you can just do a copy paste, tag them, thank them, and be done with it. All right, it's Thursday. It's this or that Thursday, and it's Halloween. So I'm going to give you 2 different ones because you have people who are going to comment on Halloween and you're going to have people who comment on this or that Thursdays. Waffles. There are chaffles, there are waffles, there are people who are smashing baked potatoes in waffle irons and doing things. Is it a waffle if it's made out of potato? I think if it's in the shape of a waffle, it counts. You tell me in the chat if you think it counts. But this week, it's all about savory or sweet. My middle son, if there is chicken and waffles on a menu, it doesn't matter the time of the day, that child is eating chicken and waffles. Could be boneless, could be bone-in. He doesn't care. It's chicken and waffles. This is his obsession for like the last 2 years. So put it in the chat. Are you a sweet waffle person or are you a savory waffle person? Let me tell you, I could get behind the baked potato waffle with the and the cheese and then adding the sour cream and the stuff and the bacon. Oh, I could get behind that one. Sweet. What are you putting on it? And
Maple
if you're in New
syrup.
Hampshire,
What else do you put on it?
I don't know. We're New Englanders. We do things the right way, right? But some people, like the other day, I looked over at Hope and she was like, can I have Nutella on my waffle? And in my first gut reaction was a mom was, no, that's too much sugar. Please use the syrup instead. Right? Like this child. And I was like, sure, why not? I mean, it actually had less sugar than the real maple syrup. So it was such a funny thing to. I immediately went into mom mode where I was like, nope, no, you cannot put Nutella on a waffle. It is 7 in the morning. Wait, we were about to just douse it with butter and syrup. So why not? Has anybody had chicken and waffles? Okay, where is the best place where you live to get it? Please tell me because we are visiting all these great places before we go. I would love to know. My favorite used to be this place called Hash House A Go-Go. I don't know if it's still in the casinos in Connecticut, but they
It
used to
is.
have, is it Andy's
Yep.
fried, sage fried chicken and waffles? It
I
was
love it.
the best. It came with fried pasta too. That was like, you can't stop eating it. Bacon Barn in Manchester. I didn't even think of that place. That's in like, it's like kind of Derry, kind of Manchester, right? Used to drive by there all the time. Okay, good. Good to know. Good to check out. So we've got the Bacon Barn, friends, if you want to try some chicken and waffles. Hash House A Go-Go. Which casino is that one in? Mohegan?
Mohican.
They're good. And their portions are like this though. It comes out the size of a 3-month-old baby on a plate. It's huge. You can eat for a week. It's huge. All right, so now we've got our posts. Let me show you where to find your Halloween ones. Boom! Bonus Halloween. Is it opening up a folder for you guys? Can you see my folder? Awesome.
Yes.
So there you go. All kinds of different Halloween posts for you to snag. Whatever floats your boat. Maybe you like the cookies. Maybe you want the pumpkin screaming or some creepy spiders. Go with whatever makes you feel good. But make sure you put out a happy Halloween. Bonus points if you put out an old school photo of you in a costume. I am begging my mom to go through everything to find my most favorite picture. She's been packing up and I was like, where is it? So that we can hopefully get that out. But sharing pictures of your animals, sharing pictures of your throwback photos are such a great way to get engagement on your business pages. People love throwbacks. I highly recommend you post a photo of you little or from years back in your favorite costumes. Why would you waste calories on waffles? Because you can't eat just bacon. I mean, you could. You could eat just bacon, Mary. All right, let's talk about what's going on in the world of command today. I'm going to stop the recording because